There was once an old man who lived in a rural countryside, with no one living for miles in any direction. Despite the feeling of total isolation, he liked the peace and quiet. Lately, his power had been going out frequently due to his aged and outdated generator that was stored in the cellar. He went to the city and purchased a new one. That night, he flipped on the generator and took a nice hot shower, the first one in a couple of months. After that, he went to bed, after a long day of work. He was just about to doze off when he heard the sound of water dripping. Drip. Drop. He was awakened by it, but paid no mind to it. But then he heard it again. Drip. Drop. Eager to find out what it was and put a stop to it, he fumbled over to his bathroom, where he thought he might have left the shower on slightly, but the shower faucet and the shower itself were bone dry. He then assumed that maybe the leaking sound was coming from an old pipe in the cellar. The house had been very old, and much of the plumbing was rusted and damaged. So he went downstairs so he could prevent the leaking from getting his floor wet. When he got downstairs, he found the source of the leakage, right next to the new generator. It was very dark, the only lights being the two dim red lights indicating that the generator was off. But he knew there was a near group of exposed pipes, so he put a towel in a bucket in that general area. The water was warm, and it almost felt thicker than water would usually feel. But the warm shower he just took would explain that. He got up and shuffled back to bed, but continued hearing the leaking. The next morning, he went down to the cellar with his tools to fix the pipes. When he arrived at the spot, he began to inspect which pipe was leaking, only to find that none of them showed any signs of damage or leakage. He turned on the water to see if it would drip, but to no avail. He ducked under the pipes to retrieve the bucket and the towel, and noticed that right where he had placed them were patches of black fur. Confused, the man got his gear and started the generator so he could take his morning shower. Only to add to the confusion, he noticed that the generator didn't have any red indication lights.